Hey everyone! Now keeping with the blondes theme, I'm going to do Pamela Anderson next, and contrary to popular belief, actually she's got quite cool makeup. Well, you can actually see her really badly made up as well at times, but I really like her eye makeup, and I thought I'd do my own version of it. So first of all, I'm going to do my base. I used a C3, but I'm going to mix a little bit of C5 MAC face and body because I have zero tan at the moment, and her look won't look right if I'm completely pale. So I just mix these two together. I suppose it'll kind of be C4 that I'm using now then. As you can see, it's a bit darker than my natural skin tone. I tend to go this color. I actually use C4 in the summer, and sometimes even C5. I'm just gonna buff it in all quickly. So I buffed the foundation in and I covered a few spots, and then I'm going to use by Terry for my under eyes. It's called Touche Veloutaire, and it's fantastic. It's really super smooth. So I'm now going to powder. I'm going to use a slightly darker powder than I normally would around my face. Usually I use the dark medium as my contouring color, but as I am a little bit more bronzed now, I'm hoping that this is going to be good. Just for under the eyes, I'm still going to use my MAC Prep and Prime because I don't want my under eye area to be that much darker than I actually am. And I am going to use my Bobbi Brown eye blender brush to just put the powder under my eyes and just around my nose. I like doing a little bit of powder with a smaller brush because it's so much more precise. Sometimes also carry it out to here. I really just like shine just here. I don't know why. I think it's a personal kind of thing. We're then going to start the eyes. I'm going to prime my lid just using my finger and a MAC paint pot. I'm using it in Painterly, and I'm just going to spread it all over for an evening canvas. I think I use Painterly almost every day. Definitely like 4 or 5 times a week. Then I'm going to take my matte eye palette, and I am going to use Yogurt, which is like a very matte and slightly pink white, and I'm going to use my MAC 227 brush, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I like it when this makeup has a little bit of a kind of pink tone to it. It just softens it up slightly. I've tried it with just kind of like whites, greys and blacks, and I do prefer a small kind of pinky undertone that the Yogurt gives it. Then I'm going to put a touch of grey. I'm using m.a.c, and I'm just going to use a my 239 brush. I'm not going to put a lot of this. I'm just going to kind of shade the outside corner of my eye. You don't need to be too precise with it because we're just going to blend it all in anyways. And I'm going to use my MAC 224 to blend it. And I'm going to go straight into carbon. I'm going to use my trusted Inglot 10S brush, and I'm going to take MAC Carbon, which is great because it's completely matte, and I'm just going to kind of dip the tip of the brush in it, and I am going to start drawing a black line just above my crease and kind of creating the initial shape. And then I'm going to, once I get to the outer corner of my eye, kind of following this line here, I'm just going to lift it up. And I'm going to strengthen that. And just kind of keep blending it with the brush. I'll take the same MAC 224 and just blend that lightly. And at the outer corner again, remember to kind of blend it upwards. I'll do the same on the other eye. Then using the m.a.c Fluidline in blacktrack and a Bobbi Brown ultra fine liner brush, I'm just going to line my lash line, and I'm going to start from the center and then when I kind of run out of the color a little bit, I start moving towards the inner corner of the eye and go all the way to the inner corner. And then when you get to the outer corner of the eye, just the line that you kind of essentially created, just follow that line and wing the liner up. And then connected below, so I'm just going to connect it to my lower lash line, and I tend to go about, I'd say, a third of the way in and just tidy up that kind of corner like that, and then do the other eye. And then I'm going to take the same Inglot brush and a little bit more of the carbon, and I'm just going to intensify essentially that kind of V that we created with the liner and the shadow earlier on. And don't be afraid of using a good amount of black. Pamela would not be. I'm then going to add just a little bit of m.a.c Floof, kind of the pinky pearlescent shade, just in the inner corner, just a tiny bit, not loads at all, and then just below the lash line. But this really is not tons. Then I'm going to do my waterline with my trusty m.a.c Smoulder. So do the waterline, blink really heavily, so then it transferred to the top waterline. And while you're doing this, try and get it really into the lashes so that the waterline is super, super black. Then I'm going to curl the lashes and add some mascara. I'm going to use the Diorshow in Blackout. And again with the mascara, don't be shy with the amount. I'm going to add, I reckon, 3 coats. I'm then going to add these little kind of 3/4 lashes. Oh, sorry, not 3, 1/3. And I'm not sure if you can see that. Kind of looks like this. So I've literally cut a normal lash into a shorter piece. I'm using a duo glue. You can get these in loads of pro makeup stores. m.a.c, I think, is also stocks this brand, and I'm just putting a little bit of glue, and then I'm going to let it dry for a while. It's good to kind of let it dry for a bit before you put it on, because then it's much less likely to move. So I'm just kind of drying it a little bit in the air. I would not blow on it if this was a client's lash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it in the outer corner of my eye. So the longest part goes into the outer corner of the lashes, and just reposition with your tweezers. And then the inner corner kind of goes, I guess, about 3/4 of the way in. So while the glue is drying, I'm going to do my eyebrows with m.a.c Kid and the m.a.c angle brush. And I'm not really trying to darken my eyebrows as much as just kind of elongating them. And she has got even thinner eyebrows than I have. And she also doesn't have much of an arch. It's kind of a round shape. That, surprisingly enough, works really well with the type of eye that she does. Because in general I do like a bit of an arch, but the shape works with kind of like the cat eye that she likes to do. So I'm not going to accentuate my arch at all. Just really going to fill it in and then just extend it as far as possible. I am going to add a little bit of bronzer. I'm using the Guerlain in a number 2, which is one of my favourite bronzers, and just a big fluffy brush. And I'm going to use it all over, well, not all over, essentially my cheeks, nose, chin, and forehead. Not going to use any blush whatsoever. And then we're going to do the lips. Now the way I like to do her lip is first I line with m.a.c Subculture, and I do line over because it is Pamela Anderson. And then outside of that, I'm going to line it with m.a.c Stone, if I can find it. And then I'm going to use for lipstick, I'm going to use m.a.c in Peachstock, which is a kind of a really nice nude. It's a satin, so I'm going to get a little bit of sheen, but not much. Now she tends not to have gloss. It's usually matte or satiny, the finish of the lips. Well, there is a lot of lipstick in there. And that's it. That's my version of the Pamela Anderson makeup, and I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you like the videos, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.